Hey ladies, I thought I would play through some of your game for you. In the background, you'll hear some other teachers talking, but they're not watching you, don't worry. Um, there they are. All right, I'm going to play through a bit of the scrimmage and then I'll talk through some things that went well and some things that didn't. We want to just get better. The focus here is not to point out faults, but to find things we as a team can do better. So here we go. Oops. All right, let's back it up. Let's go through what happens first. We have two ladies making cuts. Look like decent cuts. They were smart. Jetty was right here. Jetty didn't receive the ball prior to the video starting, so she cut. Taylor didn't really need to cut, and I think Taylor figured out right away that Jetty was in the way of her making any productive play. And then Taylor fills. That's perfect. She should fill. Naomi throws this pass, and um, I think she was maybe hoping for something else. Sarah, if you notice Sarah Chan at the bottom there, she's running out. She's also filling. It's exactly what should happen. The problem is that the cutter, Jetty, stopped. As soon as Jetty stops, it clogs the middle and we can't cut anymore. What I would have loved to have seen here is for Naomi to hold the ball, Jetty to continue her cut, stay away from the ball, move away from the ball, cycle down behind Faith, and she would be filling behind Sarah. Instead, when Jetty clogged the lane, it also caused some confusion for Naomi, and we ended up with a pass that went out of bounds. The only way this would work, and I really don't want it to work, but if you were going to force staying in there, then Jetty would want to catch that ball, and that would be perfect. Not behind Luck, but in front of Luck. I would love for Jetty to catch that ball right where she is now, and for Naomi to immediately cut on the opposite side of Luck for a bounce pass from Jetty and a layup. That would work. This one, I think it was just a misread. We weren't running it the way we knew it to be. I think maybe Naomi was looking for the cut to continue, but it did not continue, and we threw it away. So no big deal. Next play.
Hi.
I hate my voice.
Oh, stay between your person and the hoop on D. Nice, Faith.
That was nice. That was nice. Actually, twice nice. But we also have some defense in here. So if I run the play. Hi, good morning, Miss Alma. Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm talking to my computer.
I know, I see.
Yeah. All right, immediately we've got Sarah's high, but if you look at her foot, she's not on the three-point line. She's close. Kate's looking at her, and Faith goes for it. It actually works out really well. We'd love for Sarah to back up with her to stay between her and the hoop at all times. She made a mistake, but she'll remember that for next time. If the ball was passed now, it's a layup. But instead, dribble chase because Kate likes to dribble, and I'm fine with that. This is a perfect dribble chase. We have a small problem, though. Faith doesn't continue her cut. Instead, Faith posts up. It's not a bad thing to have done, but I'm wondering if Kate wouldn't have made it to the hoop. Let's back up and think about that. So both times in the first two plays, our cuts are not continuing. The cut goes through. It's a great cut. She didn't get the ball. She really needs to keep going and cycle out to the outside corner. When she posts up, though, it means that Naomi has time. She stops the dribble on her own, though. So, would Kate have made it? I don't really know. The post-up's fine. Face looking for it. We're worried about three in the key, 1001, 1002. Luck does a great job of getting her butt on Jetty here. So Jetty's playing on the backside. We want Jetty to actually slide down to be between Luck and the hoop, because if I'm Luck here, I catch this ball, I turn and shoot. So instead of Jetty going to the high side of the defender, I wish you would go, Jetty, next time to the left side, the downhill, the basket side of the defender. And if she catches it, she won't have an immediate shot. So she turns. Luck kind of bobbles it. If Luck had caught it, I think she had a great shot. Faith stayed seated on Sarah. At this point, though, I think Faith has been three in the key. Most refs probably aren't counting that, but it would be illegal. She caught it, though. Turn, immediate, and look at this. This is nice. She gets it up on the bird's nest. Nice bird's nest. Fingers almost go through, but it's soft enough that it stays up on top of the hoop. It didn't need the spin to stay up there. On a layup, sometimes you can get away with that. On a distance shot, you cannot. And now, ladies, I'm going to pick on the D a little bit more. We've been saying stay between your person and the hoop, but also check this out. We need a quality box out. Does it happen? Jetty comes around Luck, but heads to the hoop. The only pass right there. The only pass these three girls, Jetty, Naomi, and Sarah, can catch is through the hoop. But you don't want to catch that one. It's not really helpful to catch that one. What we'd want is Naomi's butt on Kate, Sarah's butt on Faith, and Jetty on Luck boxing out. Then there's no possibility of them getting a rebound. The other girls at the top, they're just chilling. They're not worried. I'd love to see Taylor box out Pepper, because if Pepper was aggressive, she'd get in there and it'd be 4-on-3 for the rebound. We always want to be between the person you're guarding and the hoop. We always want to see the ball, and we always box out on a shot. Let's let the next one go.
Nice, Faith. Nice pass, nice hook shot. Shirt, shut him down. Stay between your person and the hoop.
It really wasn't a hook shot, but that's okay.
Go.
All right, let's check that one out really quick. Some good things happen. A couple of small things you probably won't notice unless you're a nerdy coach. So here we go. Okay, first thing, let's see. Faith establishes her left foot as her pivot foot. She steps with her other pivot foot. But then look at that second. She goes one step, pivot foot, moves the pivot foot. That's actually a travel. So please be careful with your feet. We should go to chicken right away. She went to like a tripping chicken. And Ginny immediately recognizes, like, Ginny's just getting on the court and she wasn't in place yet, but she's hustling over. I appreciate that. Where Ginny wants to go is not to Kate. Ginny wants to go to the hoop. If Ginny goes to the hoop, she cuts Kate off and Kate runs into her chest. As it is, though, Ginny, she's new to basketball, and so we don't care about this today. We'll only care when we go to the tournament. But she chases Kate, and Kate ends up at the hoop. Where we want Ginny, again, is between her person and the hoop. Now, Faith sees it, feeds that bounce pass. It was a nice bounce pass. It was perfectly placed. Ball's in Kate's hand. Kate turns. Nice. She gets her shoulders turned. She's got a good bird's nest. Finishes, hand high. That's a great layup. That's a great layup. Kate's eventually going to start making those. We'd love it to hit the basket, not the rim, or the backboard, not the rim first, but that's okay. Let's see what happens on the rebounding. Kate, that's it. That's a box out. She puts her butt on Ginny. Ginny's rocking backwards. Kate's using her body to position for the ball. Unfortunately, Luck is new to basketball too, so we'll forgive this. But on the shot, Luck's headed in. Luck's doing the right thing. I love that Faith is headed to the opposite side of the hoop, and she's trying to get on the front side of pie. Really here, most rebounds will go to Faith, and she'll score a layup. But this one came off weird. Came off over Kate's head. If Luck had kept going and squeaked around Sarah just a little bit, Luck catches this and Luck scores. As it is, Sarah didn't box out, but she does get the rebound. And then we start up the next play.
Two hands. Rebound, two hands.
All right, let's take it back one more time. That was really fast, but let's look at it anyway. Decide to get a quick shot up. There it goes, out to Ginny. Nobody picks up Ginny, so let's back up and see what happened there. We were kind of resetting, and this is the beginning of our scrimmage, so we hadn't really got the whole idea of, oh, I'm guarding someone. I think this is communication. When you get on the court, if you're substituted in, especially in a game, you would ask immediately, who do you have? Who do you have? Who are you guarding? Who are you guarding? So as the play turns over, ball goes out to Ginny. And I see people turn their heads immediately, and that's very, very good. Kate's protecting the hoop. I think she's just thinking, like last year, we put her in the middle of the X zone a lot, and she's perfectly positioned for that. That's how we begin. How's it working here? Pepper kind of looks like she's on offense. We want her to slide underneath Tori so she can play D. Sarah's looking good. Sarah's playing a little too tight, though. I don't think Ginny's going to try to pass over the crowd and get this ball out to Sarah. So I wish Sarah Chon would step back about 2 steps, face it about the right spot. Her defender is backwards, it's pie, she's running out. But Faith, you're going to want to collapse and help Kate a little bit. Now Kate was protecting the hoop, that's the right thing to do. At this point though, Ginny's making a move. We want to step to her. Kate does step to her, and Ginny just takes a good advantage of this. There are 2 things happening here that I love. The one is that Ginny had the confidence. She turned her feet, and let's watch her shot. She pushes out, and check this out. She actually has a pretty good shot. She goes straight up. She flicks her fingers all the way through. If I could critique a lot, I think it's a great shot for a new basketball player. It's phenomenal. But she does cross her arm over her face, which causes that ball to move to the left. And notice she misses to the left. just off to the left. If you back that up, if she keeps her arms straight, I think she makes that shot. If she keeps her fingers in the hoop, that was in. Sarah Thies, look where she is. She's running down. She is in position for the offensive rebound. What happens? Comes off the rim. It ends up bouncing straight off because it missed left, and it goes to Kate. But Sarah is in ideally the spot she wants to be in. Now, if I were her, I would probably put my butt on Sarah Chon and get a little position here so she doesn't have to fight her. You don't want to be in a jump contest with Sarah. She's tall. She's got long arms. Or no, that's not Sarah. Sorry, Luck. That's Luck. This is bad resolution. I tried to get more film by reducing the quality of the video, but instead I just can't tell who people are. So if you box out, Sarah Thies, if you box out Luck, you're going to get a much better position, but you were perfectly in the right spot. Chasing the ball. Now, Kate should have caught this. Kate knows that, but Kate slapped it with one hand. So little shades of volleyball there. Sarah Thies was like, hey, that was so cool. I'm going to slap it with one hand. And that's all right. Now, Kate had more time to think about it. You ladies were probably just responding as quick as you could, and that's just what happens. But there you go. I'm about to start an in-service because this is in-service day, so I'm going to do one more play, and then I will stop.
Rebound, 2 hands. Whose ball?
All right, passing gets picked. Oh. We need that shot. You guys earned that shot.
Nice cut.
That
nice
was the right
pass.
idea.
Get Luck. Luck, call for it. Look at Luck.
All right, there it is. And we end on Lucas because we probably should. All right, let me jump back to the beginning of the play. I got a bunch of people listening to me, so sorry. They all love you too. All right, Faith on top. Pepper, Luck, Kate taking position. Kate's already sneaking back door. And again, that's just Jenny hasn't played before. And we love you, Jenny. We're not even worried about it. I'm not worried about it. But we would want Jenny between Kate and the hoop. Here, Kate immediately, because she's thirsty for buckets, she heads out. Jenny responds in a soccer style, which would be to match her speed, and she does a great job of it. I just want it to be on the other side, the basket side. Faith tries to make this pass, and it's the same pass she tried before. It almost makes it, but Jenny gets a hand on it. Ball tries to get picked up by Sarah, hits her in the foot, but then Faith just gets farther on the floor. Notice like Faith drops a knee, nobody else is on her knees. Whoever wants it more and gets on the floor gets the ball. So, Kate gets on the floor a little bit more. She gets this ball, immediately stands up, turns. I'm not going to mention that, well, I will. Check it out. Right foot moves, one, foot moves, left foot moves. She actually travels here. But no ref will see that. No ref will see that. I might because I'm a jerk. Perfect shot, high hand, and it hits the backboard, but it hits the backboard just a little to the left. So that means it might have been falling off her hand. She might have shot just a little quick. Gets a rebound. I think Kate could have gone right back up with it and shot it again. She just takes one. Oh, that right there. That move. If she shoots it there, great shot. I think she could have given it up to Luck for the shot. I don't think it's a wrong choice, though, to dribble out. That's a lot of mess. Maybe starting it over is great. Now, what do the ladies do? We should be filling spots. Kate takes the wing. Luck goes to the corner. Pep's looking for it, but look at this. Watch Kate's eyes. Kate looks at Pep. Looks away from Pep. Now she's not going. We'd love for Pepper to get out of there earlier. Kate makes a pass and cut and gets Sarah's head turned. This happens all the time. Defenders, instead of using their chest to bump the cutter, which you will do, other teams won't. If you don't bump the cutter gets an open layup. Here, I think Luck could have shot this ball if she wanted to. It's a little long, but she's athletic enough. She's got her elbows out, which I love. She's going to make a beautiful two-handed pass. Look at the fingers popping out. It's actually a perfect form pass. If she had bounced past it, I think Kate gets it, and Kate gets a good shot. But we've got kind of an even height match between Sarah Thies and Kate, and so there's this jump contest, and Kate can't quite get it. She gets a piece of it. Jenny's almost playing a zone where she would normally be a little closer to this person. She played over, and it really helped. She should be about there. If I back it up. Oh, never mind. Jetty's actually over here on what looks like Faith. And Jenny should be sliding out to about the white block so that she's playing on luck, preventing her from passing inside altogether. But Jenny's just figuring it out, and I haven't taught much defense at all, so I'm not expecting much. Towards the end of the next 2 weeks, we will expect a lot of defense because we'll learn how it's done. So Jenny plays on the ball, ends up catching the tip. So she does a nice job. She makes up for it athleticism. Turns and shoots where, it's half court. It's kind of confusing, but obviously in full court, we would take off running. And Kate gets a nice rebound, uses her butt well. Got to use it. That's why the Lord gave you one. She's looking around. She looks at Sarah. That's Faith. She looks at Faith, but then looks away. Faith should actually run away from there, and we'd love to see Pepper, who's running down, go down there and swap out. Now, Luck's in a good spot. Luck could have the ball right here. That would work out to kind of restart things. But look, the defense gave up on Kate. I think Kate shoots right here. I'd love to see Kate just shoot it. There she is. Look at this. We got Kate on a shot. There's Ginny on her hip, sure. I love what, if you were watching Luck made a nice cut out a second ago. She was coming up for the ball. She did not get the ball. Some players will freeze here. I don't know if Luck's just secretly a basketball player or if she doesn't like to stand still. Either way, I like it. She decides, that didn't work. I'll go the other way. And it's beautiful. Look how open she is. Now, part of the problem is Sarah Thies hasn't played much defense yet, and we're gonna build on that. We know that. I've intentionally not taught you defense so we can learn how the offense works. If Sarah is looking at the ball and her person at the same time, that doesn't happen. But for a split second, her back was turned to Luck, and Luck ends up wide open. Luck gets a great shot. Her shoulders are square, but her body is a little twisted. Her foot is pointing out towards Faith and Sarah. We really want that foot forward and off to the left of the basket, pointing towards Sarah Chong maybe. So here's that shot. Look at this. Nice bird's nest. Snaps almost all the way through. It's nice and soft. In the end, bounces off. We've got a nice box out here by Kate, and Ginny's fighting her hard. Ginny's athletic. But one hand on the rebound. So they had a good competition. Just to pick on Kate for a second, if her elbow is that bent, she can extend more. We need two hands on that ball. So it gets whacked, ends up out of bounds. We need two hands. Lucas, guy makes my life a better place. Also drives me crazy. Go away. Take your love with you. Oh, you guys are awesome. All right, so ball comes back out. That's the end of the play. So lots of things on defense to fix, but again, I don't care. I have not taught you defense. I don't expect you to be good yet. You will be good by tournament. Now, offense, I expect us to be moving. Some of us got stuck. Not okay. We got to keep cutting. Actually, Luck, in her rookiness, is actually doing very well at that. Others of you are too. She was just the one in this play. So let's let it play for the next set. See what we see.
I love you, Lucas. Like the son I already have, but also wish I had. Who is Brazilian? I will die. Yeah, switch up.
All right, that was quick. Let's take it back and see what happened. Actually, we've kind of seen this play before, and that's okay. Oop, not far enough. Sorry, here we go.
I love you, Lucas. Like the son I already have.
I'm an idiot.
But also wish I...
Okay, hang on. Let's back it up. What exactly is happening here? We've got pie on top. Ladies here. It looks like Kate probably is heading over for a Ginny, but everybody's resetting, so she wasn't in the right spot yet. Ginny sees it. Ginny's aggressively filling the gap in the hole. It's not like a true cut, but she's already open. There's no need to go anywhere. And then Kate comes. She's wide open. Pie, if he had been a little faster, that would have worked. Actually, the best shooter here, at least as far as openness and headed to the hoop, would be Tori. Check out Tori. Watch this. Look at that. Oh, man. There it is. Could have had Ginny early, had Tori perfectly. Tori does a nice switch foot, which is nice. She jumps, leads with her right foot high, catches. If she back pivots, her left foot swings down to the hoop. She's got an awesome layup. She kind of missed the catch a little bit, and she ends up traveling, just to pick on you ladies. And again, don't feel bad, right? We're just learning this stuff. As soon as Tori picks it up, she has 2 feet on the floor. She moves her right foot. So her left foot is her pivot foot. Then she actually moves the left foot. If you saw it right there, just a little bit. That would be 2 steps. She moved her pivot foot. Beautiful shot. To be honest, I don't think a ref would see that. I don't think he'd call it unless he was really paying attention. but that was a nice shot. Ginny was in perfect position to rebound. We didn't have anybody boxing out on Tori, and I haven't made that an issue yet, but I will very soon. And Ginny might have put a butt and a box out on Luck, just to be sure. But right ideas. Offensively, the things I've taught you are showing up pretty decent. All right, let's next play. Ooh, I zoomed in.
Cut. Pass it, cut. Nice spot, Ginny. You gotta cut. If she's not giving it to you, you have to run. Good, Ginny. Way to spread the court. Oh, good try. Dribble, Jenny. Spread out, Blue. Spread out, Blue. Nice shot.
All right, that was a long trip, a little over a minute. So let's go back and figure out what happened here. All right, I'm on top of a ladder, a little closer. Here, everybody's turning around. Now, as it is, it's blue ball. So we have pretty decent position by Tori between her person and the hoop. We have Pi figuring out that, oh, I have to go up and guard Naomi. Jetty's checking it out, but in the meantime, Sarah's probably thinking about a backdoor cut to the hoop. And Sarah Chan looks pretty good, ready to go. If she was on a dribbler, maybe I'd tell Sarah to scoot back, but Sarah's so tall and fast, it doesn't matter. Here it comes. Okay, Pi's all set. Here comes Ginny on a cut, but that causes a problem, actually. We want the people closest to the ball to cut. We would like Sarah to cut here, and Jetty's kind of out of position. She cannot see Sarah Thies right now. So if Sarah decided to come back, Jetty would be nowhere to defend. So Jetty, you got to turn around so you can see the ball and your player at all times. And Jetty's making a cut. It's a good cut. But if she catches that, she's got to play against Sarah in the low post, which is a tough matchup. So I'm thinking I'd like to have Jenny stay out and fill up. And maybe you'll get the ball at the top for a dribble chase, or maybe you'll be the next cutter. But that would probably work better for us. Nice pass. I like the wrist on the pass, full snap. And it ends up troublesome, right? We got Jetty and Sarah and Jenny. Jenny might outjump Jetty, but probably not Sarah. And Jetty's fairly athletic. Ends up trying to catch it, gets bobbled, it's kind of messy. But I love the two-handed snatch by Sarah. Not one hand, she grabs it with two hands and rips it away from both people who were using one hand. So both Jetty had one hand, Sarah had one hand, Sarah Thies has two hands. It's pretty obvious why Sarah got the ball. She used both. She decides to get out, which is probably fine. She had two defenders in her face, why not? Taylor chases her a little bit, but check out Tori. All by herself. If Sarah turns around quickly, Tori gets a layup. Pi's also down there. So Sarah's turning around. Let's see what she decides to do. She sees Tori. I'd love to hit Tori. There you go. Naomi just hustle plays. So Tori probably was the safer pass. That's okay. Ball went out of bounds. We just kept playing. We don't even care. We're just trying to learn offense right now. We're okay. Tori finally gets that ball. She catches with two hands, and I love that. She's trying to swing it, which means that the defense has to move. I like swinging the ball. And she does a kind of over-the-top cut, but it's not wrong. She cut, and it works out. Oh, Pi almost caught it. Pi's got a good shot if we get her on both feet. That shot's not bad. I'd love for her to square up her feet a little bit more. She was kind of doing the splits there. Sarah with two hands on the catch. Thank you for doing that. And now it's kind of a mess. I won't tell her, well, she traveled there as a double step. Sarah's got long arms. In that situation, we've got to have the cutter continue. So right now, Ginny's sliding out. We really need Ginny to slide up. Run around the person until you get that ball. And Sarah's just hunting it. It's unfair. So if Sarah Thies bounce passes it, Sarah Chan, I don't think she would reach that. She might kick it, but that's okay. All right, back to defense. Let's see what happens. Naomi's asking for it. Jetty catches, turns. That's the right move. Jetty had a nice 1 foot pivot. Looked. She decides to dribble at Naomi. That should mean Naomi gets out of the way. Naomi should be running to the hoop. Let's see. Yes, look at Naomi. Look at Naomi. She is wide open. Drive me crazy. Yes, and Naomi actually does it right. She cuts down. I don't know if she saw Sarah or what, but she realizes, like, oh, I'm kind of in the way. Sarah does it too. Sarah runs out. Since Sarah runs out, Naomi makes an okay decision. I'd love for Naomi just to get fully out and be the next person to fill for Jetty, but she didn't. And actually, we have two defenders not looking. Naomi, look again. If Jetty's looking right now, Naomi scores. If you're going to dribble, if you are going to take the responsibility of dribbling the ball, you have to see the court. If you, otherwise, don't dribble. Just hold still and pass it. It's going to get us way more buckets. Because right now, dribbling around, we end up here, and what happens? We kick out to Taylor for a three-pointer. By this time, now Naomi's got a double team. We have to see that, or we should not be dribbling. We have to choose. If you're going to dribble, you have to dribble with your head up. I think Taylor's kind of stuck. Sarah was so far away. Taylor makes a choice to dribble out, and I like it. Here comes, yes, Jetty on the nice V cut. Jetty's going to get the ball here. I would love. The play says pass cut. Taylor should cut to the basket. Naomi really should get out of there, and Sarah should be filling around the top. We should be moving in a circle. So Taylor gets the cut, and these two girls go with the circle. As it is, they go against the circle. So it ends up putting Naomi in a great rebounding position. Sarah's there with her. There's almost a little box out pressure. Got to stick that butt out a little bit more. But Taylor never gets to make her cut. Jetty makes a pretty decent shot, ends up missing it. That's okay. But I got to pick on ladies again. Again, I'm not trying to put you down. I just want you to know what's happening. But we got Naomi reaching back. She tips it. Sarah, though, extend both hands, reach up with both hands. Got a one-hand tip. Jenny picks it up. Even that one, you can two-hand grab. But she's got good control with the one hand, and it works out for her. All right. I don't know what's going on. It's off the screen. But Tori right now has been looking for a while. It's probably time for Tori to cut this path. And then hopefully these two ladies are going to get out of the way. But they're actually wide open. And we have two players under the hoop. And there it is. Jenny had her head up. She decided to dribble, but she dribbles with her head up. Now, as it is, Jetty's just athletic. And so Jetty gets a hand on it. What we'd want probably is, it worked out amazingly. But Sarah Chon is tall and has long, slender arms. We don't want to throw over people that tall. They'll probably snatch it up. We can bounce past it to Pi. Would have been safe. And this one, Jetty gets a piece of it. That's okay. She ends up one-handing it. And then finally, there's two hands. She does a great job here. I love how strong she is with the ball. Look, she's in pressure position, protecting the ball with her body. She windshield wipers to look at the other side. Look, here comes some help from Taylor. Taylor's not there yet, though, so Jetty rips back to the other side. On the other side, she's got nothing. We've got a lot of help down here. Sarah just realized she needs help, I think. Oh, nothing. Maybe somebody help Jetty. Somebody please help Jetty. Okay, Taylor and Sarah both have the same idea at the same time, which Taylor would have worked out. But at this point, Jetty's desperate, and she's looking at three in the key. I don't like this pass, but Jetty did not have a choice. She's going to get three in the key and lose the ball. So she throws it out, and miraculously, look at that two-handed catch by Naomi. Thank you for that. Drops down, chicken up a little bit. That's close to chicken. She puts it in pressure position. That'd be a great time for Naomi to drive right here or pass to her blue partner. Taylor's ready. Naomi cut. Little bump. Tori's doing a great job. We want her to use her chest and get in front. We'd like her to spin her body around. It just makes the game easier. But Tori gets around the front, which actually creates a great opportunity for Naomi. The ball goes to Jetty. Sarah's making her cut after the pass. All of that beautiful. If Jetty looks up right now, she gets Naomi for a layup. She looks. I think she sees the defense. I would also love to see that ball go into Naomi, because then Naomi can either one-on-one against Ginny, and if Ginny jumps to the ball, which most early defenders will, then she can bounce pass to Sarah Chon, who's racing for a layup. And Sarah tends to make layups. Here comes Taylor on the fill. That's perfect. Jetty decides to drive, and she beats Sarah because Sarah tries to play defense as though she doesn't know where Jetty is going. The whole universe should know that Jetty is going to the hoop, but when you're defending somebody, it's easy just to stare at them. We want to look at their belly and back off. That's it. Look at their belly and back off. If they shoot, We'll blind them and we'll box them out. But if they're not shooting, look at their belly and back off. Here's the dribble. Sarah puts her chest on, but we need to be defending the hoop. Back up to the hoop. Jetty gets around her. Now really Sarah can't play defense without fouling. Tori could run down the white stripe and cut Jetty off. But Jetty keeps going and both girls just kind of open up. Jenny could jump over and help, put her chest right in front, but that's asking a lot. 3 people on Jetty, that's too much. Now, if Jetty was looking up, Naomi has been open over and over through this. If you are going to dribble, you have to look up. You have to see the court. Otherwise, your dribbling will just draw everyone to you. You'll end up double and triple teamed. The only reason you dribble is because you're fast enough to score in 2 steps, or because you're trying to draw everyone to you so you can kick it to your post player. I love playing that way. I draw all that attention and then I give the big people layups. The tall people get points because I dribbled. That was a nice shot by Jetty. So it ended up being that her take, she beat 2 defenders. The help side defense didn't come and she made a nice shot. It's a great dribble move. She's also, if she's going to be a point guard for us though, Jetty, make sure you're looking up. You can make some easy buckets. In a game, you might get that once. You might get that twice. But then, I don't know what Faith is doing, to be honest. It's pretty awesome. They will not let you dribble on them an entire game. You have to pass, or they'll never leave you alone. Once you do that once, they're embarrassed, and they're going to come for you the next time. Let's see the next play.
Down, yellow, shut him down. Next bucket is the end. Next bucket. Stay spread out. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Phil, good. Get out, ladies. Get out. Spread out. Get to your spots. Good. Look, Jetty, look. Yellow ball.
Wow, that was there. Might have been a tough pass.
Remember, if she's not giving it to you, cut.
Get
Go,
to the hoop.
Pepper. Yes, Pepper. Nice cut. Spread out, Blue. Get on your spots. Roll out, Jan. No, Naomi. There you go. Good, Naomi. Now look. What do you have? All right. Shoot it. Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah.
All right.
That's a nice way to end our scrimmage. Let's go back to 3:06. Let's walk through it. Yellow's D'ing up. It looks like we're doing a better job of matching up. You saw in the beginning of the video, we weren't matching up. Right here, Faith's getting awfully close to that cut line. As soon as she gets near that 3-point line, that's Sarah's automatic backdoor cut. Pep's giving Taylor lots of space, but they both look pretty chill, like nothing's going on. Luck's ready to go, squared up. I like that. If I was being really hypercritical of Luck, I would tell her to scoot over to her left a little bit so that Naomi has to dribble with her left. And Kate's tight to Jetty. Jetty's pretty fast, so that might be too close. We'll find out. Here we go. And Jetty gives a little step. I like that little step. Gave her space. Taylor's just going for it because Pep's far enough back and looks kind of like both Faith and Pep have locked knees. Taylor takes off, and Taylor wins it. Naomi, nice timing. She knows exactly what's happening. Hopefully she nails that pass. Look at this. This is perfect. That is the cut. And if we get a two-handed catch from Taylor, we do. She comes down on 2 feet. If that left foot will reverse pivot, she's in a perfect position for a layup. So let's see what happens. She's kind of under the hoop. I think she's scared to shoot it because she's directly under the hoop, which makes sense. If you get some skills on her, she could just reach her arm out and flick it up. But that's asking a lot. She's brand new to basketball, and as it was, making that cut was very impressive. Naomi has made her cut too. And giving it to Naomi here wouldn't be bad. You'd have Luck right on her hip, but it's possible Naomi can get this shot up from the front of the rim. Let's see what happens. Jetty gets a relief pass. At this point, though, we want Sarah, who was trying to give an option to Taylor, to go ahead and circle fill, and Taylor circle fills. Naomi should spin around and put her butt on Luck, or who is that? I can't tell. And box out. No, shot didn't come, so it didn't matter. But right now we're a little congested. We need to pop out to our spots. We need somebody to fill. It really needed to be Sarah to come and fill. Naomi, you could fill the far corner. You could follow Sarah. Taylor definitely would follow Sarah, and we'd fill out to our spots. Right now, we're all in a straight line. There's no possible way Jetty could pass to Naomi or Taylor or Sarah right now. Someone has to move. Is Sarah going to circle move? Maybe. She's coming. Keep going. Keep going. Don't let Faith get a hand on. Okay, two-handed catch. She's got 2 feet on the ground. Pressure position. Gives it right back. So Jetty should have been the cutter. Jetty kind of delay cuts, which I think she was just kind of standing there. And it worked out. Now Sarah makes a great cut. Look. Oh, Sarah's wide open. Sarah's wide open. So this is, again, if you're going to dribble, this is true of several of you. You put your head down and you just start pounding the ball. But please look up. Sarah, definitely. Taylor has a good shot. But here, Jetty wants it. And I think Jetty's very confident she'll get there. And look, she actually does. She does get there again. Instead of getting to the basket, Kate chased her and ended up on her backside. Get back to the basket on defense. Here goes the shot. It is a nice shot. She ended up with a little sideways flick. Good bird nest. But the fingers go off to the side. I know that's a little hard to see. And so she ends up a little bit crooked on her shot. She doesn't get as much power as she might have if she had gone straight forward with her fingers. The ladies duke it out over the ball. 2 hands. Yeah, 2 hands always wins the rebound war. And here we go. Go fast. I'll play it for a sec. Ooh, I like that. Backdoor cut was well timed. Pretty close. Sarah's feet are pretty close to the 3-point line. And Faith sees that her eyes are all on Kate. We really need Sarah to scoot back one big step and see Faith and Kate in the same view. As it is, she can just barely see Faith, and Faith takes off. Sarah didn't notice except that Faith bumped her hand. And now Sarah's turn into play. If that pass goes now, obviously it's a great shot for Faith. Taylor came down to help, which thank you for doing that. Trying to help your teammates out, you always got to do it. If you're going to give up a pass, give up the pass up top, not the pass down low. Thanks for the help defense. Sarah catches up. Taylor tries to recover and does a great job. Shut it down. So we missed that opportunity, Yellow. Kate has an accidental dribble, but then picks it up, which means she cannot dribble again. She's all done dribbling. That was an accident on her part. She didn't mean to do that, but we try to avoid that. Jetty gets a slap on the ball, which is great. She can chase that hard, but I think she's wondering, did I foul? Did I foul? No, probably not. If the ref thought it was, then it was, but I don't think it was. Nice cut by Luck. Again, we got the dribble, right? We missed the cutter. This dribble's a tough dribble, trying to go through 2 defenders. We had Luck on the cut. If we back it up, if she had held that ball for just a second, so she catches it from Luck, it's up high. If she just stops, just goes chicken, go chicken, and just let that cutter go, you can pass to her right there. But Kate is a dribbler. She gets through. As it is, she's fighting 2 people. The defender gets a little touch on it, but she gets a great shot. So both Jetty and Kate love to pound the floor, and they're getting shots. But we're against inexperienced defenders. We'll get a few of those, and I want you to take them. But you have to have your head up enough so we can see the pass. We're not going to get all those dribbles against people like Grace and CMIS. We'll get a few of them, but not all of them. We got to be ready to pass. Ball comes down. Naomi does a great job always with the 2-handed down to the chicken chest. Pops out. She's really passing well. Strong hands, but light touch. Jetty does a great job of resetting us. And look, we all came out. I love it. We respaced, and look what happens when all the offensive player comes out. Look at all those yellow jerseys. What are the yellows doing? They're running away from the hoop. That's why we do it. Now, hopefully, we get a cut headed back to the hoop. And there it is. Sarah's not getting the ball, so Sarah made a cut. Faith bumps. It was with her shoulder, not her chest, but she bumps nonetheless. Faith's trying to prevent that cut, and she makes Sarah's cut awkward. Naomi makes a cut, and it's slow. Now this time, Kate's playing on the hoop side. And look, she doesn't have to do much, and Jetty's not willing to pass that. I would still love to see Kate come down just a little bit farther, but she doesn't, and it ends up working out for her. Kate's head is kind of on a swivel, looking back and forth. She knows where Naomi is. She sees the ball. One-handed pass. It would be safer for Jetty, although she delivers a nice one-handed pass, to use 2 hands and pop it quick. We don't want anybody trying to jump for our ball. All right, see what happens. Sarah's turning and looking. Naomi does her circle move. Lovely. It should be Jetty's cut. Taylor took a look because Pepper was definitely beatable earlier, and I like that she took that cut. Pepper was way too high. See, Pepper's on that line. Of course, probe it. I think if Sarah passes right now, Taylor gets a layup. Look at Taylor. That's a layup. If we see Taylor right now, it's a layup. Now, what would happen is the ball comes over, Taylor catches it. Kate will come to defend Taylor, and Taylor dumps it to Naomi for a clean shot. We didn't get it, though. We didn't see it, and that's how basketball goes. Sometimes you just don't see stuff. Pass goes to Naomi. She bounce catches, which means she can't dribble. Now, she put it in here, and she picked Taylor, which wasn't bad, but it puts her in a jump contest with Pepper. If we can bounce past that ball to Jetty, right, there's no way that Luck's going to get down to the floor to catch a bounce pass before Jetty. Jetty's fast, Jetty's short. We want to bounce it to her. This one, lob pass to Jetty would have actually worked too. So we get a little contest. Sarah picks it up wide open because Sarah filled. So how did Sarah end up there? Well, back it up. Naomi had the ball. Taylor made the first cut. Jetty made the second cut. And they ended up standing still. So Sarah passed. Sarah cuts. Now, really, I'd love to see these two girls. I'd love to see Jetty and Taylor get out of there. Circle move and loop around the three-point line and come help Naomi. Naomi needs help, but they've got a circle move around the three-point line. Here comes Sarah on the cut. Look, Faith turned her head just for a moment. Last time, Faith was tracking Sarah and bumped her with her chest. This time, she just forgot. And that's what defense will do. We need practice, and other well-practiced defenses will forget. So Sarah would have had a pretty open cut. She would have just been one-on-one, maybe with Luck, maybe with, I don't know, maybe. I think they would have cleared out. If these two girls leave, Sarah gets layups. So we can't clog the middle. You've got to cut, get out, and circle move. Cut, get out, fill out, and circle move every time. All right, here's for the finish. A little bobble, one hand by Pep. Couldn't catch it. Taylor goes for two hands, but doesn't get a touch on it. Sarah gets two hands on it and goes immediately to bird nest. Nice snap. She almost finished her wrist and buckets it. I like that. As a coach, you know, I wanted to go through that backboard, but it was a beautiful shot. And that's the end of our scrimmage video. So that was way too long, but I hope you learned a couple of things. Cut, keep moving, circle move. Cut, keep moving, circle move, and play defense between your person and the hoop.
The corner cut looks awkward because the only open spot after the cut is back where he or she came from. This doesn't happen when you're playing 4 out or 3 out, and even with 5 out, it's going to eventually be solved with other options. But for now, we just live with it. Now let's pass and cut randomly.